Why South Africa, the world's friendliest country, is rising above President Trump's G20 boycott. As the world prepares for the upcoming G20 Summit, tensions are rising, and all eyes are on the standoff between U.S. President Donald Trump and South Africa. What began as a political disagreement has now escalated into a symbolic test of dignity, diplomacy, and global influence. President Trump's public threats to boycott the summit, citing disputes over land, governance, and international alignment, sent shockwaves across diplomatic channels. Many expected South Africa to fire back, to match provocation with provocation. But South Africa chose a different path. A quieter, more strategic path. A path shaped not only by politics, but by personality. South Africa's response: calm, strategic, and defining. While many nations might have responded with anger, South Africa rose above the moment, reaffirming its commitment to global cooperation, multilateral dialogue, and the steady leadership expected from a G20 participant. South Africa will not be shaken by threats. We remain committed to the G20, to diplomacy, and to constructive engagement. This wasn't just political restraint. It was a demonstration of something deeper, something rooted in the social DNA of the country, something the world is increasingly recognizing. South Africa's people aren't just welcoming. They're ranked among the friendliest on Earth, and that human warmth is now becoming a form of soft power on the global stage. What makes South Africa the world's friendliest country? According to global travel surveys, international reviews, and independent hospitality indexes, South Africa consistently outranks dozens of countries in one surprising category: friendliness toward foreigners. Visitors describe the country as warm, open-hearted, easy to talk to, welcoming in both cities and rural towns. It's not superficial. It's not staged for tourism. It's woven into South Africa's cultural identity, shaped by Ubuntu, the philosophy that means, I am because we are. In practice, Ubuntu translates into small acts of kindness that visitors notice instantly: a stranger offering directions, a local sharing a story, a community inviting newcomers to feel at home. This national personality, warm, humorous, patient, human, is becoming one of the country's most valuable assets. And it influences far more than tourism. South Africa's soft power advantage. Hard power is military strength. Economic power is financial size. But soft power, the power to influence through culture, values, and reputation, is often underestimated. South Africa is quietly excelling in this arena. Its friendliness gives the country a unique form of diplomatic capital, a way of navigating tensions without aggression, attracting goodwill, and building alliances. When global visitors rate South Africa highly, the world listens. Because every positive experience becomes a message. This is a nation you can work with. This is a nation you can trust. This matters deeply during moments of conflict, including with the United States. Friendliness as diplomacy. In foreign policy, tone often matters as much as policy itself. South Africa's friendly national character aligns perfectly with its diplomatic approach: calm under pressure, committed to dialogue, firm but never hostile, principled yet never inflammatory. So when President Trump issued his sharp criticisms and threats, analysts expected a hard rebuttal. What they got instead was diplomacy shaped by two things: strategic calculation and cultural identity. South Africa stood firm but never stopped being gracious. That contrast between aggression and calmness reshaped the narrative. It made South Africa look like the adult in the room. And that image has consequences. Why friendliness matters for the G20 moment. As the G20 summit approaches, every nation arrives with two powers: what it represents economically, what it represents morally and socially. South Africa might not be the largest economy in the group, but it brings something equally valuable: moral authority and a reputation for human connection. By refusing to be pulled into a loud confrontation with the U.S., South Africa is using its soft power to assert leadership. Not through force, but through character. This creates three major advantages. 1. Global public sympathy. When a friendly nation responds calmly to hostility, the world takes its side. 2. Diplomatic credibility. Allies prefer partners who embody stability and maturity. 3. Brand strength. South Africa's image, as warm, welcoming, and principled, becomes a global asset. So as leaders gather for the G20 summit, one thing is clear: South Africa is not being defined by President Trump's boycott. It is defining itself. The big picture, South Africa's global moment. In a world fractured by division, South Africa stands out not only for its resilience, but for something far rarer, its ability to remain friendly, even in moments of tension. This is not weakness. It is strategy. It is culture. It is soft power in its purest form. And as the G20 Summit nears, South Africa is showing the world that leadership is not just about strength, it is also about character, a nation rising above. President Trump may choose to attend the G20 or not. But South Africa will be there, representing Africa, representing democracy, and representing the spirit of Ubuntu that continues to redefine the country's place in the world. Friendly, firm, focused, and rising above the noise. This is South Africa's moment. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share our videos. We appreciate your support.